Welcome back to Minecraft Feed the Beast. Today I have the tank room completed, and we completed the power room last time. So let's go check that out. Actually, there is something I want to do here really quickly. I want to remove these fluid ducts here. They are fluid ducts, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's go over to the new base. I moved the portal on the other side, so it now comes out to the tank room. I've got one tank here. It is 5x5x8. It holds 6,400 buckets. The largest tank you can make is 7x7x8, but I really didn't think that would be necessary, especially with steel tanks. So you can see I've got another tank about halfway done. And I believe we're going to have oil in this tank, and then fuel in this tank. So I'm actually going to go ahead and move the oil that we have. So I'm going to put this tesseract here. I may need a fluid duct, I'm not sure. Okay, so I want this to receive fluids. Okay, and that's also getting oil from the pump, which is okay, I think. And portals up above. Now I am going to take another tesseract. I made 2 more recently. And I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to say send fluids. Is that doing what I want it to do? I'm not sure. Let's try breaking this. Okay, I may need something else. Let's get a fluid duct here. No, that is still not doing the job. Okay. Why are you not working? Okay, it's set to disable. Redstone disabled. Oil tank is full again. Okay. So sending fluids only. Oh, I'm guessing it may be because the other place is not chunk loaded. So I may need another chunk loader. Let's actually check on the oil well. I haven't looked at that recently. Okay, here's the oil pump. Whoa, so hard to control. Okay, so we still got a pretty good amount of oil left here. And I guess you probably can't see anything. Let me turn night vision on. There we go. Comes down into a ravine. Let's go back up to the surface. So I'm going to go ahead and steal this chunk loader. And we're going to take it over to the new base. And for now, I think I will just put it in the tank room, but in the future, I might just chunk load a very large portion of my base. I am on a single player world, so it's okay if a bunch of chunks are loaded. Okay, let's see. How big of an area is that? That encompasses the whole room, I think. So that's good. How we doing over here? Still not gaining fluids very quickly. That's not what I wanted to see. Sending fluids. Receiving. Okay, let's break this. Alright, let's try moving it down once again. And putting a fluid duct here, see if that changes anything. Okay, now it seems to be working. So it can input into a tank on its own, but it cannot withdraw from a tank on its own. Okay, so let's go check on the other tank. It is filling up, kind of slowly. And I can get rid of night vision now. I've been producing a lot of steel for those tanks, or I'm trying to. Coal coke definitely does not seem to go as far as it used to, but I've got the setup automated a bit, as you can see down there. Just got an item duct down on the bottom, and a lever powering it. And hoppers on top of the coke oven and the blast furnace. Okay, so let's go set up the power room while we're waiting for the oil to transfer. And then I can dismantle this tank and use it to hopefully finish the fuel tank. Then I can transfer the fuel over. Alright, you may have noticed I've got 8 compression dynamos on me. And I actually will need this energy cell pretty soon. How's this solar generator doing? It's nearly full. Let's go ahead and transfer that power over. So the compression dynamos require, as it says, a fluid fuel, such as refined oil, or there's actually a long list of fuels you can use, I think, and a coolant, which can be either water or gelid cryothium. I do not have any cryothium. It requires blizz powder, which comes from blizz rods, which are blaze-like creatures which spawn in snow biomes, I believe. I've never seen any, but I've never looked for them either. There is actually a snow biome, kind of a small one here. And was that the only one? Yeah, that's the only one I've found. I might go there and see if I can find some blizzes someday and capture one. But for now, I think water will do a good enough job. So where do we want to set this stuff up? It should be kind of out of the way. So maybe around here. So I made redstone energy conduit. That's the top tier energy conduit as far as I know. So we're going to want to set these up. How exactly? They'll need a fuel line and a water line. So, okay, we can do this. And then we will have fluid ducts both on the back and on top. Doesn't look great, but it'll work. It's just that the fluid ducts kind of hang over a bit, but that's okay. So where would I want the aqueous accumulator to be? Maybe I should move this whole setup forward a little bit. Okay. And the aqueous accumulator can go... I guess I'll put it here. Then hook it up like this. I honestly don't know if one aqueous accumulator is enough. And let's actually move this back one more. Then I'm gonna make some covers to surround the water with. Just so it's not making, it doesn't have big full-size blocks sticking out all over the place. I did not bring any water. So I got one water bucket here, and let's grab another bucket. I think the base is looking pretty good. Definitely a pain to build like this. If you wanted a quick and easy base, you would definitely want to just dig around underground. That would be the easiest way. Okay, so maybe I would also want to cover up these sides just to make it look a little better. And now we can make some, what are they called, strips? I guess I only need 4 of those, but I can make them back into bigger blocks. Okay, that looks good. And we need... Okay, it's already pushing the water out where it needs to go. So now we need to connect the fuel. Well, I don't have any fuel here, but I might as well lay out the line. Oh, we got some dripping here. I may have to do something about that later. So where is it? I'm just making a big mess. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to run the fuel line down below the platforms. And we can put in some micro blocks here to help cover that up a bit. Let's see, what would be the best way to do that? Let's see, I guess you can't just make a full-size block with the holes in them, but that's okay. Oh, we may not want to do that. I think items that use durability when crafting are a little funny when used like that. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining today. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's try this. There we go. It's just like a full block with a hole in the center that's just a little more than big enough to support the fluid duct. So it's not too noticeable that there's a hole in the floor. I think this looks like a pretty good power setup. Looks nice. I don't know how well it's gonna work, if the water can keep up or not. Alright, so for the fuel line, guess we could do something kind of like this. Maybe make it come off the center here. It'd be a bit longer, but it'll look better. Okay. And let's actually make that come down here. Or how should we do that? Let's start at the tank. So this is the tank where we're going to store the fuel. And I don't think I have enough fluid ducts to cover what I need. Yeah, I'm going to need a few more. Do I have any? 4. It's not enough. How do I make you? Oh, it requires hardened glass. Okay, let's go back to the old base. Ah! I can't control myself. Okay, let's grab the fluid duct recipe. Make a few of these. How's our oil transfer going? Oh, it's still gonna be a while. Alright, so I made 20 more than I needed, but that's okay, I'll need them all eventually. So, how does this look? Does it look really bad? It doesn't look too bad. I guess I could potentially cover up those fluid ducts somewhat if I wanted to. I could even extend the platform down a little bit if I wanted to, like maybe make a little extra room, so maybe 2 or 3 blocks high to kind of hide all the cabling and stuff. That could look pretty good, I think. Obviously, the space is not about being super practical. It's about making something that looks good, mostly. I am trying to entertain. I'm not sure how successful I am, but I'm trying my best. Okay, so these dynamos currently have no fuel, but we could go ahead and grab the energy cell. So let's do that, and solar generator's almost done. I'll let it finish. Okay, I'm gonna take this with me. Might even be able to hook it up. Where am I going? I don't have a clue. Alright, so there is glass right here, so we could put the solar generator down. I forgot to bring the lever. And it's not... Oh, it is generating, even though it's raining. Okay. And this is how much power I've stored up just from running the solar generator, you know, flipping it over by hand. And I've also had that survivalist generator running off some coal, which I should probably stop. And let's take the lever. I'm gonna just put the survivalist generator over here. Dump the coal off. That glitch where you go through the portal and you get kind of stuck in the floor, it's been with the portal gun mod for about as long as I can remember. I also remember when you could actually see through the portals, but it caused a huge frame rate drop. So I'm not surprised that they chose to remove that. Okay, one thing I don't like right here is see how those blocks are dark right there? I wonder if maybe if I made slabs, if that would look any better. Like if I just did something like that, how does that look? That might be okay. Let's make a few more. I wonder if I put a second slab there, does it get dark? No, it does not, so that's something else we could do. I don't know, it's kind of tough. I think I would kind of prefer to have the full blocks. The gap just looks too weird. Okay, and you would never know that those are micro blocks. So let's go ahead and we only really need to change out these 3 with micro blocks. So for example, these we could take back and put a normal block in. So let's do that. Doesn't really matter which way I place them, but I thought I'd be consistent. There we go. That looks pretty good, I think. Missing one here. Okay, I think I will stop recording for now, and we will come back after this tank is finished getting all the oil, which looks like it may take a while. Well, it's nearly halfway done. Okay, we'll be back soon. Finally finished draining this oil tank. I was catching up on some YouTube videos while I waited, and went ahead and moved the refinery setup, and here we are tearing apart the tank. Hopefully it'll have enough blocks in it to finish the fuel tank at the new base. If not, maybe we'll have enough steel down here. I guess I probably didn't need to record myself tearing this down, but whatever. It's all good. Now I went ahead and dug below this fuel tank here and put a tesseract down below it. I still need to flip the lever on it. I probably could have gone ahead and done that, but I thought I should wait until I get everything hooked up over there beforehand, just in case. So let's swing over here and finish building this tank if we can. I think we should have enough blocks. Definitely got plenty of the walls. Yeah, we got tons of blocks now. And we still got another one of these tanks to dismantle. There we go. 6,400 buckets. And I'm going to remove this fluid duct temporarily, put the tesseract down. This is the one that is set to receive fluids. I believe that's the one I pulled off of here. So let's go back to the old base. Morph into a bat. flip the lever. And why are we not draining fuel? Does it not like having different liquids on the same frequency? What if I change it to frequency 1? Okay, I'll need to change the other one as well. Frequency 1. Here we go. Well, we got a little bit of fuel in there, but why is it not transferring? Why do you not like doing the work? This thing looks like it's empty, even though it says there's fuel in it. Let's try breaking it and replacing it. Oh. Why? Oh, okay. I guess because it's on the bottom of the tank, it doesn't like having a redstone signal. That's kind of weird. Okay, so I think I could probably change this back to frequency 0. Let's try that. Need a better way to get down below. Okay, we are filling up with fuel. And since this tank has significantly less in it, it will not take quite as long to empty. So I'm not really sure what other fluids we're going to be storing in here, but I'm sure you saw down below I had the base laid out for another tank here. And don't need that torch anymore. I think I've got all the lighting I need. Actually, I might need some extra lights back here. Let's check that. Yeah, we are going to need some extra lighting back here. Whoops. Let's stick some lanterns down here. Nope. Still not good enough. What if I just do one in the middle? Still not good enough. What about here and here? Will that work? Yeah, that does the job. Okay. So I'm going to put the same setup on all sides just to be consistent. I really love these lanterns. And they come in all different colors too. Let's see, they are 9041. Yeah, they come in 16 Minecraft colors, all 16 Minecraft colors. There's an inverted version and there's a non-inverted version, which you have to give a redstone signal to turn them on. I chose the orange ones because they kind of blend in with everything else pretty well, so they don't stick out a lot. Okay. So I could probably get this refinery running now as well. I've already got this energy line going all the way over here to the resonant energy cell, and I put this red alloy wire down here so you can shut off the engines. I don't know why you would, but I wanted to put it down there. And I stuck one bucket of fuel in here to test to make sure that lever actually worked, and it did. So we're slowly draining our power supply, but that's okay. We'll have some fuel coming in pretty soon. I'll just need to replace the tesseract with the fluid duct. I'm actually surprised it's not exporting to this fluid duct. I wonder why that is. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Let's check how much longer we've got on the tank. My glasses just hit my pop filter. I don't know what kind of sound that's going to make. Okay, let's clean up some of this junk here. Not sure what I'm going to use this hardened energy conduit for. Is there any way to craft it up? No, but you can pulverize it to get redstone and invar back. You would lose the leadstone energy conduit, but you get everything else back, so I might actually do that. Because I won't have any more use for this energy conduit here if I'm upgrading. So let's go ahead and clean all this up, get all of our fluid ducts back. There we go. And I've got tons of clear glass now. I just dumped about 8 stacks in the smeltery over there. Cooked up a bunch more smooth stone and pulverized some more sand. And what else can we do? This episode's starting to get a bit long, I'm sure. Gonna have to get the chunk loader back on the oil pump pretty soon, or I might need to make a new one. Alright, I think this might be a good place to call the end of the episode. We started moving into the new base. This fuel tank is almost done emptying. And let's see, we've got power up. Just have to connect it to fuel to get it running. And we've got our oil moved, and we're almost done moving our fuel. Next time, I guess we could start working on the storage system over there. Gonna have tons of auto crafting, because I'm sick of crafting stuff by hand all the time, especially things like gears. Alright, so don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. Leave a like if you enjoyed this one, leave a dislike if you hated it. I hope you didn't. And thank you for watching. I will see you next time. On the minimap, it kind of looks like my base is a bunch of crop circles. Is that what they're called? I forget.